What is up, y'all? How it be? How it do?
How to skilly dilly do?
Yes.
That's all I could think of.
So, hello, welcome back. I'm gonna just call this random music facts on a high note. Like a sub-series.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And so, because I enjoyed looking up these random facts and finding out shit that, like, you would never have known. But I thought it would be a fun idea this time to actually have Kat do all of them. I texted her, I'm like, yo, bitch, look up a bunch of random facts, whatever, I don't care. I said, you're going to be doing this episode. And she's like, oh, okay. I was like, yay, finally, like, enthusiasm.
That's so sad.
But no, so this is going to be, like, Cat-tastic episode.
A catastic episode. I like it.
And you said you chose a theme?
I did. I know it wasn't really theme based, but I decided okay, so here's what happened. First off, hey guys, I'm Kat. I am your new host.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I decided, I was like, well, we looked up those music facts for the last one. And I was like, that was really cool and all. But I'm like, what else am I going to find? And there's probably a lot more out there. But for some reason, I'm like, you know what? What if I look up something like specific, like disco? And so I decided to look up facts on disco in this week's episode. I don't give a fuck if you hate disco. You know, you can fuck off. But anyways.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. I'm sorry.
She got so aggressive there. Like, she literally, she kind of got close to the mic, and then she paused, and then she got even closer, and I was like, what? Who are you?
No, I'm just joking around. No, if you're not the biggest fan of disco, this might not be your favorite episode. So I do apologize. You don't have to fuck off.
I was about to say that these episodes aren't necessarily targeted for people to listen to certain ones. I mean,
yeah.
Why wouldn't you casually want to listen to
something about disco?
Two idiots talk about
disco?
Well, today, yes, but I'm talking about just a random array.
Mm-hmm.
Like the episode we're going to be recording after this, which is a regular music history on a high note episode. It takes it back.
Yeah,
like back.
But it's cool.
But that's for whenever we record that.
Yes, it's 10:54 currently on a Tuesday.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it really has, and it's only been like 4 hours that I've been awake. But oh my gosh. Anyways, but yeah, guys, don't leave, please. Listen to the podcast. I think it'll be an interesting one. And yeah, this week's facts, whatever you call this series.
I am ready for this. Random music facts on a high note.
Random music facts on a high note. This week's theme is disco with your host, Kat. All right, guys. So, disco. What do you think about disco, Erica?
Disco's aight. See, like I was telling you earlier, that so there's two sides to the 70s.
Uh-huh.
You've got the disco and all the, like the funk, and then you've got like Fleetwood Mac,
yeah,
Pink Floyd, all that. Basically, people doing acid and just smoking a lot of weed.
What's interesting, I saw the show once, I forget what it was, but they made a little like skit thing where it was like, oh, like the rockers against like the disco people.
Oh, you mean like that episode of that 70s show?
No, I think it was something else, but maybe I did see on that too. I don't know, but that whole controversy or like thing they had, the rivalry.
Because basically all like anybody who was in the metal, rock, whatever they called it. I mean, obviously rock, but they were like, oh, disco's pussy music.
Well, I was looking at the facts, and it said that rock and roll, it was more like a male type of thing, and they
oh shit, sorry. Okay,
just destroying the studio. Oh, well, there we go.
The incense is blowing in my face.
Okay.
And so I'm putting it on the windowsill.
But yeah, it was like, it's just like we'll call it a macho type of thing back then, where it was thought like that. And disco was more, for like, you know, you got your different genders, you know, you like females too, and not saying that rock and roll you didn't have females, but like disco,
it had more
females.
of a fluent and like, smooth vibe. People
and like homosexuals and stuff like that. So that's why, like,
we're bringing the homosexuals into this.
No, this is what I read. I'm just saying that's why. No, it said that it's like people who are homosexual, like women. You know, like the different groups of people.
70s was a lot of coke and orgies, wasn't it?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Your face got so serious. But like so I'm gonna describe her face. It looked like when you're talking to your mom with a friend around, and then she says some kind of thing that sounds suspicious to something that you've done, and you go, "No, we've never done that before." As if like, "No, we haven't done that. I didn't live there before, but I really did." Continue.
Oh, but yeah. So that was interesting to me, how it was this type of music that was seen more for the men, and then you got this other type of music that's seen for like different, like all sorts of people. You know, not just men. You got women. You got everyone, and so they're like clashing. They're like, F you, and the other one's like, F you, and you know.
So basically, metal elitists of today. Do you know anything about that?
Is it gonna make me sound dumb on this podcast if I say no?
No.
Okay, cool. Then no.
No, basically, it's people that feel like they are true metal fans, and anybody else is, like, fake or whatever, and they're like the hardcore, like,
just because you don't like metal.
No, it towards the people that do, but they think they're just like maybe bandwagon. I don't know. They so it's like Slayer and Megadeth and like, I don't know. I fucking they're dicks, and I love trolling them on Facebook. I love trolling everybody.
Why do I feel like you and I are such opposite people?
I always end up becoming friends with the most opposite of people possible. Me and Danny, me and Jess, you and me.
Yeah.
And we've been friends for 10 years, like we stated on the last episode.
I actually believe I did the math. I believe it's 9 years.
No, because it's going on the 10th. Because if you think I turned 25 this year, we met like right after I turned 15.
I did not remember that, but okay, cool. 10 years, just kidding. Fact check. Anyways, getting back to my old disco thing, because I know that's why people are here, not to know how long we've been friends.
I like the Bee Gees. Does that count?
Yeah! I love the Bee Gees.
I have a video of me walking into game time in the dinosaur costume with Danny holding the speaker with it playing and I'll show it to you after this.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's start getting into some facts. I'm going to take reins of this podcast here. Alright, so one thing about disco, disco they say it saved dancing. Because you know how in the 50s, that was a big era for, what type of music was it? Was it like the swing era? Or was that earlier? That was earlier.
No,
that was like the early rock and roll.
Yeah.
The
poodle
50s.
skirts
okay,
and
yeah.
the sock hops.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
So that was like a big time for like the dancing. But the dancing back then, you know, it was mainly like the man and the woman. You know, you had to have like a couple. It was like a couple type of dance era. It wasn't really like individual. And when we got to the 70s, because all that kind of ended in like the early 60s, I believe. And so in the 70s, disco kind of became this thing where music was reborn. Not music, dancing. There you go. Dancing was reborn. I'm sorry. I'm just...
She's on a high note. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Erica. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember all my facts here. So, instead of it... Oh, and it used to be like where when you went in a venue, you had to have like a partner of the opposite sex to kind of be able to, like I said, like to dance with them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now with the disco thing, it became something where you, like, the moves, in a sense, were, like, designed for it just be like, you want to go on the dance floor by yourself? You go.
That
Walk into a club all by yourself and you
kind
can
of like
dance and bust out.
the prom or homecoming where all those kids would gather around those few kids that were going back and forth in the middle of the circle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like where that had to have been like where that shit formed.
Yeah. So that's the thing. That's like that wave, second wave of like dancing, like just come alive. And we like to thank disco for helping the prom kids bust a move.
But fuck prom.
Yeah, I didn't like prom either. But yeah, so that was one thing. The dancing was brought alive. Another thing. It brought a rise to the DJ. Isn't that cool? Sorry, that was my stomach growling. My God.
DJ, like, spinning the record?
Yep.
Okay.
Like the ones you see at parties.
Yes. Well, yes, because at the clubs, and they, at that point, didn't have to have live music.
Exactly. And they, because the thing is, it brought a rise to DJing, and also, that they say that's when, like, the remix was invented. Mm-hmm. Like, the remix of songs.
Yeah?
I got nervous. So, hey, why did I get high for this?
That's the point.
Oh, right.
What are you, like, struggling to do?
To remember my facts, dude.
You can't read?
I'm reading them and I still can't get this. Oh, God. What? You're staring at me so intensely.
I'm just waiting for you to compose yourself.
Oh, right. All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
We're back to it. All right, so
Kat just had a moment.
Yeah, I had a moment. I'm sorry. I had to compose myself. So DJ mixing techniques. It started pretty much in New York City, which I feel like a lot of stuff happens in New York City and starts in New York City.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Well, not jazz.
Where was jazz started?
New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, so DJs, New York DJs, they knew that dancers wanted to kind of like, I think they wanted like a type of music that was more freeing for them to dance instead of it being just like, you know how a lot of times songs, like they're good, you can dance to it, but those remixes are made purposely to kind of like, you know, again, bust a move.
Yeah, because like couple dances were like not as much of a thing because the music that was being made wasn't something you could dance to it like that. So they had to figure out their own like expressive way.
Yeah, and there's this guy, Francis Grasso. He started that by, it looks like he was wearing headphones to kind of listen to a record, and that way he was able to mix both, two records, he'd be able to mix it, and that's kind of how it just became, mixing. And the DJ thing, that's why I was saying that remixing was another thing that kind of came to be. And yeah. That was.
I have a buddy who's a DJ.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that?
I don't know. I mean, he does it as like a side thing for fun.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of music?
I think he does like a lot of old hip hop and stuff. It's this guy I used to work at that Outback like a while ago.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty interesting.
Uh-oh.
I'm just like deciding what I want to go with next.
Go.
So indie labels.
Okay.
Indie labels began to be a thing with disco. Mm-hmm. And can you believe? I think it was by 1978, disco was outselling rock and roll. Rock and roll.
I'm just gonna sit here and be Hyde.
But yeah, in the 70s, there were two labels that, like, they kind of started, like, using DJing as like a professional thing, like it was coming about to be. So there was this label. I'm sorry, Soul Soul. Yeah, that's how you say it.
Okay.
they released their first like commercially like thing with DJs because they were like, oh, DJs, you guys are the new thing. Let's use you guys. In 1976, and so kind of showed like in that era, like I feel like indie labels were starting to be like a bigger thing with stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah. Oh no! What was the other thing? Saturday Night Fever. You remember John Travolta?
I mean, I have the album, like vinyl album. I've never seen the movie.
I've never seen the movie either. I've always just listened to the music, obviously the Bee Gees. Did you know, fun fact, they, when they were dancing, they weren't even dancing to the Bee Gees in all those songs. So one may ask, well then what are they dancing to? And the reason is because the Bee Gees didn't record songs until the end of the movie when it was filmed.
I was about to say, half the soundtrack isn't the Bee Gees. So.
No, but like for example, the Bee Gees. Because you know how the Bee Gees had...
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bee Gees.
They had a couple songs in
Yeah. So, like, for example, like in some of them, it turns out that... I think John Travolta was the one that said, that they were dancing to, I think it was, like, Stevie Wonder and somebody else, like, songs by them. Because, like, the other ones weren't put out. Does that make sense? You know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, even Dolly Parton was wearing wetsuits. You know why?
Why?
Because of John Travolta. It was the time of the white polyester suit, and the biggest of the biggest were rocking it. It's true.
I believe you.
Alright. Next fact. Social liberation.
Okay.
So it was illegal, 1971, New York. 2 men to dance with one another.
Mm-hmm.
So, disco, you start. Remember I said that the homosexual thing, and then yeah. So you start seeing more of like that scene, and disco is becoming a bigger thing, and it was what was it? It's in 1970, partly responding to gay liberation, which was building in the 60s. They reached a symbolic climax in '69 with the Stonewall Rebellion, where it was Seymour and Shelley. They owned a couple gay bars in New York.
Okay.
In the West Village. They bought the sanctuary, and a failing... Okay, wait, I don't know how to say this. What is that word?
Discotheque.
Is that really how you spell discotheque? Mm-hmm. That is not what I thought it was spelled like. Okay. And they reopened it, and it's a place where they welcome gay men. So, see? Disco. It's freeing the people. But it wasn't just the gay people. African Americans, Latin Americans, and women, they were able to express themselves with disco. I'm telling you, man.
You know what I feel like right now?
What?
You're Fez and I'm Hyde.
Why the fuck am I Fez? Just because I'm Hispanic?
No, because he also is obsessed with disco.
I didn't mean to bring the race thing into this.
His bitch.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Aw. What?
I'm just gonna...
Oh, that was funny. Alright, guys, so my next one, talk about disco clubs.
Okay.
So, disco was only played in disco clubs. This is New York City. And there's a club, the most infamous one. You heard of Studio 54?
No.
Well, now you have. It was, you go in, there's a bunch of colored lights, you you see in the movies with the flash and the floosh.
The dance floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Disco ball.
No, yeah. But the disco balls, the colored lights, and then you just see like a bunch of people, and that was like the one place where because I feel like disco isn't the type of thing like you go outside and there's somebody in the car playing like a disco song, they'd be playing like some rock or maybe some jazz, but not disco. No sir, not in New York, not at that time. Steve Rubel, Ian Schrager, they kind of made a real boom with this place.
Boom.
No, but Studio 54, you had good people, interesting people, you had drinks, and people were always coming back. So, pulling that revenue, something that we need to do today. But there was a problem.
I mean, I would say sponsors, but I don't think anybody would sponsor this.
Yeah.
No. Fuck it. I don't care if it's a brewery. Again, nobody's gonna sponsor us. You hear how dumb we sound?
Yeah.
Crocs sponsor us. # we love you. Nickelback sponsor us.
Nickelback?
Yes.
Okay, sure. I don't care.
I'm getting a sticker for my car that's gonna say I heart Crocs and I heart Nickelback and Crocs fight me.
Anyways, by the way, Studio 54
was
shut down. IRS issues.
What does that mean? Like what?
In 1979, they found garbage bags of drugs and money stashed throughout the club. So,
I mean,
they kind of got shut down.
Let's be real here. What club doesn't have that stashed
True.
around?
But when you find it, that's a problem. Yeah. If you keep it hidden, you're golden. You're
really,
fine.
they couldn't keep it hidden very well.
Oh my god. But yeah, you know what I was doing the other day? So the one thing I really like about disco is, I was about to say the music. My god. No.
Her favorite thing about disco music is the music.
Is the music, not even just the disco, but no. There's this drummer. It's this older gentleman, and I was watching it on YouTube because I love watching like drumming videos, but I love watching like certain styles, and disco's really cool because there's like a style that evolved, and you know what, that same style, like they use different I don't know what it's called, like drum patterns or whatever, that are used also in like electronic music. And so like one of the famous ones was 4 on the Floor. You heard of 4 on the Floor? It's like a bum 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 bum, like 1 2 3 4. But you listen to disco music,
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, but it's like your foot just 1 2 3 4. So it's like dun, 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 dun.
So it starts off with 4 beats and then adds in and then adds in.
Yeah, because it's like dun, 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 dun. So it's just really interesting.
Takes coordination that I could never imagine having.
I actually was watching that video and I was like, I really wish I had a drum set because I would.
You used to love playing the drum set you had a while ago.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, your last house.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, I had a little drum set and it was fun. And it was cool because I remember playing like that disco beat because there's like the and there's like and Eric is looking at me like I have no fucking clue.
Listen, as we stated in one of the last episodes, she is a Dave Grohl fan.
I am. Oh, somebody sent me something. It was Stevie Nicks.
Oh, you mean the thing you were showing me earlier?
What did I show you earlier?
They were singing "Stop Dragging My Heart Around."
How did you see that?
You showed it to me in the car. I got back in the car and you're like, oh, I have to show you this real quick. Cat!
I don't remember this. Oh my god. Well, I just have a bad memory in general. I really do. I have a really good long-term memory, really bad short-term memory. And considering that was only like 30 minutes ago, maybe an hour. I don't know. But yeah, I don't remember that. But anyways, yeah. Let's get back to disco though. Erica's having like a mental shutdown.
I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, man, I thought this was going to be a good idea.
This is what happened when you put me in charge of this episode. You know what? I'm steering this away. Alright, so what have we learned about disco? Social liberation.
Gays. That I am in no way, shape, or form making fun of gay people.
Yeah,
I absolutely love gay people.
Yeah,
except for the ones that are like snooty bitches, and you guys can fuck off.
I like gays.
Yeah, but the pretentious ones. Well,
They're
pretentious
funny.
of any...
And they're nice.
they're so
and
fucking
they're just
hilarious.
like, they've got like... Why do I feel like this should not be in the podcast?
These are podcasts about nothing and everything.
True.
You can go as long as you want, friend.
Oh. But yeah,
Do you want to give it one more fact? Or is that all your facts?
there weren't a lot of facts on disco.
I hate you. Chooses a topic that she can barely find interesting or fun facts about.
Well, it was really interesting. Social liberation.
You could
The
have...
remix.
So this was more of just like a brief overview of disco.
Those are facts, though.
You could have done facts about like different dance members, different movies with it.
I didn't think about that.
I'm currently just like trying not to bang my head against the table.
Can I redo this episode?
No. Absolutely fucking not. So that way someday if I ever give you this chance again, which is gonna be very slim, I want you to listen back on this and be like, so Kat, this is what you don't do. These are your expectations of what I love you.
Oh, God. That was funny. No, this episode was a disaster. I've done much better work on other episodes.
What is it? Can you say it this time? What is the term I said earlier? She couldn't for the life of her.
Clubs. Shit, don't say it. Cluster fuck dump fire.
Nope.
Fuck! Clubster. Oh my God. Shit. I can't say it. Cluster fuck dumpster fire.
Yes.
What did I say?
No.
Dump fire?
No, you just said dump.
Oh.
So say it again.
Clusterfuck dumpster fire.
There we go.
Oh my God, I haven't said it perfect.
Perfect.
Guys, I swear I'm a lot more intelligent than this, but I'm just, I'm just having a moment.
Well, this has been is catastic even a word we could use for this episode?
No.
This has been a cat episode.
This is...
I feel like
episode is us laughing and like just like me being like,
You know what this reminds me of? It's for the Seemingly Unknown podcast when Zach and Paul are having John start talking and John just says some of the most off the wall shit and Zach is like, why do we let him talk? Paul's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my God. Are you sure we can't re-record this? This
No.
was so bad.
Yeah, this was bad and it's perfect. That's the point.
Oh God.
All right,
Okay.
guys. Well, thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, if not,
Yeah. I really don't blame you. You remember at the beginning of the episode where I was like, fuck off? First off, I apologize because clearly I'm the one that should fuck off.
and you probably fucked off about 10 minutes after I said that anyway. So.
Yeah, so. But if you enjoyed just hearing us laugh and I guess learn the history type of thing of disco. Well, it wasn't really even the history. Like, I didn't... It's
couple fun overview facts.
Overview. Things that were important. The way that disco made disco today.
Disco's not disco today.
Clearly, because it, you
got all that baby back bullshit.
I wish we had disco. One thing, and I'm going to say this on the podcast, I really wish we had disco clubs today. That'd be a lot of fun. And we would have people of all types. All types.
Why
and
do
it
you
would be
say,
a place of peace.
Why do you
and
say
happiness and dance?
Wait. So why do you say? And I'm gonna go ahead and say this on the podcast as if it's like something controversial.
It's not controversial.
You made it sound like you're about to say something like
No. The reason I said that is because I always say that to people, and I just want to say it on the podcast.
Oh no!
So more people hear me.
I want. Old,
There's nothing controversial about it. It's actually a very nice idea.
Swing clubs with jazz bands.
All right, swing clubs are for the Sundays. Disco clubs are for the Saturdays. Tell me that's not true.
No, maybe Thursday.
I'm sorry. Is your schedule better that way?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay. Clubs aren't going to revolve around your schedule.
Well, I fucking hate clubs anyways.
Yeah, I don't go to clubs. That's why I said only disco clubs and swing clubs. Those would be fun. Other than that, I don't really go to clubs.
I would go to a club.
Take me to a bar, though.
No, I would go to a club if they had, like, 2000s pop punk night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I would.
I'd be down. Hey, you want to go to a 2000s pop punk club? If it ever happens?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Do you know how lit that would be?
Litty
oh my
titty.
God. I would literally, I dress like Avril Lavigne in the Skater Boy. I feel like that would have been me. That or like a Fall Out Boy. I mean,
that'd be cool.
I'm still a Fall Out Boy.
Anyways. We both knew it was time to let these poor people go.
I know. So, thank you for listening. Follow us on social
media.
There we go.
Erica's.vinyls. Vinyl?
Yes.
Erica.vinyl.
Erica's.vinyl.
Erica's.vinyl and cat_UT. I just want to say thank you to everybody for listening.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Music History on a High Note.
Yes, and disco's great. Keep listening to it. Start listening to it.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would say do it. And if anybody out there wants to open up a club, a disco club, please do it and tell me about it.
If anybody wants to open up a straight, like, pop punk 2000s club, I will go in with you. I have no money, but I can
walk in there.
I can give some great ideas. I can interior decorate for you. It would be fantastic. Hit me up.
We'd have all types of people.
Yeah, so, follow, download these, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Thank you so much for listening. Why you've continued listening, if you've continued listening thus far, I don't know. But you know what? It's okay, because we don't know either.
Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks for listening, and be ready, because we're about to record our next podcast, so stay tuned for next week.
Next week, next couple days, whenever this fucking shit gets put out.
Yeah, that's true. The next one. Anyways, bye guys.
Okay, bye!